when you're ideological, it doesn't matter what the ideology is. If you're subscribing to a set of ideas that could be captured in something like this, okay? If you're a Calvinist, if you're a provisionist, okay, set of static ideas. These are all the problems that come with that. Group thinking, confirmation bias, lack of viewpoint diversity. I was just talking to people after the debate, on Saturday, there were 6 of us standing around. And I'm like, if there's 6 of us here, I ought to have access to 6 different viewpoints, 6 different opinions, 6 different perspectives. But if we all agree on Calvinism, or if we all agree on provisionism, or if we all agree on free grace theology, I just lost all 6 of those, and I've traded those in for one, okay? The biblical edification model of Ephesians 4:16 requires that we do not outsource our sense-making to one single ideology, but that we retain our individuality and our perspective so that it's there to share with other people, so that we have parallax, okay? Parallax, stereoscopic. Parallax is when you have 2 cameras instead of 2 eyes. The fact that you have 2 eyes, that parallax is what allows you to see in 3 dimensions instead of 1. When they film movies in 3 dimensions, they have to use at least 2 cameras so that they can replicate the feel of being 3-dimensional. And when you only have 1 camera, you lose that parallax, and you lose the capacity to perceive depth. All right? You don't want that. So when we all subscribe to a very particular thing, we lose that parallax, and we don't want it. So thinking paradigmatically, think of it in terms of peacemaking, okay? If you lose your critical thinking, if you have polarization and tribalism, okay? If you have intolerance for alternative views, you have erosion of academic freedom. In Christianity, you would have erosion of spiritual freedom. You become an echo chamber. Last Saturday, we went to a debate. It was a Calvinist conference, and it was an echo chamber of Calvinism. Okay? And inhibition of institutionalized disconfirmation. We should have disconfirmation practices for things: moral absolutism, identity politics, intellectual stagnation, ideological extremism, suppression of diversity, suppression of dissent, lack of empathy, authoritarianism, group polarization, dehumanization of opponents, ideological dogmatism, groupthink. I already have groupthink up here. Inflexibility and rigidity, polarization and divisiveness, intolerance and discrimination, ideological purity tests, cult-like behaviors, loss of individuality, emotional manipulation, witch hunts, heresy hunters. These items is what comes. Down here I have the 4 kinds of knowing, okay? So when your system stacks up down here at propositional knowing, these are the consequences regardless of your intent, okay? So don't hear me wrong. The provisionists, I know they have great intent. They love the Lord. They're trying to do the right thing. What they do not realize, and what I'm trying to tell everybody, is that if you have a system that is a set of static propositions, right, then this is unavoidable. It's unavoidable regardless of your intent. Your intent doesn't matter. That's why they say the road to hell is paved with good intentions, okay? The reason I pick on provisionism so much is because I love the people, and I hate to see them wasted away on this. This is the kind of thing they are wasted away on. And they don't have to, all right? They just entered into it in 2019. So there's not a whole lot of, there should be enough of a lack of ego identity attachment to where they no longer have to identify with it. Let it go. You've only been holding on to it for, 5 years tops. Let's move up the stack. Let's get a label. If you need a label, get one that is referent to participatory, perspectival, or procedural, because at the propositional level, bam, this is unavoidable. That is what you're creating regardless of your intent. Your intent doesn't matter. So we will stop sharing this, and we will get back to our other slideshow. So that's the overview there. And when I say meta-paradigmatic, the reason this is important for the concept of being a peacemaker is because of the slide deck we were just looking at, those 30, 31 problems that come with being stuck in an ideology. Okay. That's definitely something that you do not want to do or be in, regardless of what those are. It doesn't matter what they are. Doesn't matter what they are. It can be the most correct propositions that can all come straight from the mouth of Jesus. Okay. But Jesus even said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. He did not say, here's a list of beliefs. See? And the list of beliefs that we have constitute idolatry over and above following Jesus as the way and worshiping God, not having other gods before him. Follow the way.